Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. It's a gorgeous sunny day and we are here in Envy Bay. Now today I'm looking for a couple of finds to do a little art project, and maybe we'll even find a few pieces to make some jewellery with. Now I've already found this blue piece here, so I think that's a good start. Let's see what else we can find.
Our lot's changed here at Envy Bay. Oh, there's some swans over there. I have to give them a wee bit of space, a wee bit of peace. There's a lot of green kind of algae and seaweed and rot up here. A lot of sand as well. And is there very much of anything else? Now, we just saw something a moment ago and I'm sure it was around here. Have we walked by it? I'm kind of measuring where it was by those crabs. There's dead crabs there and stuff.
Is it over there? No.
Is it?
I'm
no,
not
I don't think
sure.
so. I thought it was up here. There it is. I see it now. We walked back further than we thought. But you can see it's like carnage for crabs here. There's bits of crabs everywhere. But this is the wee bit that we thought might be worth taking a look at.
Yeah, I think it's probably plastic given the place that we're finding it. It's quite up along the tide line. Yes, it is plastic. But I'm gonna take that off anyway.
Something blue over here. It's a wee pill wrapper. I think you should just grab that. We'll bin that.
Yep.
And something else that's red over here. And is that more promising? I don't think so. It kind of looks like it might be glass, doesn't it?
It kind of does. Okay, let's pick it up. And just by touch, no, I can feel this is also plastic.
Oh well.
Well, I guess it'll find its way into one of our plastic pictures.
Yep, well, we'll have it anyway. Now, we're going to zip down to the end there because we're on an incoming tide. Sorry, just to say, crab. We're going to nip down here because we're on an incoming tide and we want to get a wee look and see what's down there at the very edge of the shore there. Now, that means we're going to have to hope that this algae and seaweed is not particularly slidey. So let's get going.
So that's us here at the water edge, and on the way here I found this lovely piece of Grecian pattern. Now that's a really nice piece of pottery, and it also happens to be my favourite pattern. And let's see what else is here. There's lots of swans there. The tides have turned. We're about an hour into well, I guess low tide and waiting for high tide. Now I have spotted another piece of pottery here. There's not much around this area at first glance, but I'm going to check this out anyway. Looks like it's the back of a plate. You can just see this little edge here. Let's see. You think it's got a pattern on it? Oh! How strange. That's also the Grecian pattern. I'm going to put this down here and I'll put my other piece right next to it. Now, as you can see, it's slightly different. This is the edge of the plate, so that would have been sort of out, well, maybe way out here off camera. And then this piece, because that's the inside of the plate, that's kind of more here. But you can see it's both a grey pattern. And I think pretty much the only pattern that I know in grey is the Grecian pattern. So that's a really cool find. I'm going to take both of these. I've noticed that there are lots of little holes here, and I have no idea why. So there's one there, quite a few over there. They all seem to be at this area. Now it could be we've spotted anglers before, and they've been looking for things like worms to go fishing. So maybe they've been over here looking for worms or some sort of, maybe the razor clams. They are actually edible. I don't know. But I wonder, it's like a little mini rock pool. I don't think I'm going to stick my hand in there. But maybe in the next one. Oh, no. No. It's not like I'm squeamish, but you know, there could be a little crab in there and I don't want to disturb it. So let's move past these interesting little mini rock pools. Let's see if there's anything else here. Now today I actually was thinking to do another piece of beach art, and maybe it could involve little finds that I wouldn't otherwise use in jewellery. So this is a little piece of pottery here. It's plain, but it could be just the perfect piece to do some art with. What do you think? What could that be? I don't know. I've got something in mind, but I'm not going to divulge it right now. Well, maybe I should actually. Okay, there's a little stream here. Sometimes it's worth following a little stream along. So let's see if there's anything in here. Lots of tiny wee shells there, bits of razor clam. Get a wee bit closer. Not seeing any seagrass or pottery. But as you know, last week I made a few pieces of art with shells, and you can use lots of different types of shells. Now actually I'm going to use this bit here because I think it looks like a little birdie, and that might be just perfect for today's project. So it was worth looking there. Okay, this is the area I remember a couple of years ago. Craig found an amazing piece of a cream jug jar, cream jug piece, and it had a little cow on it, and it was really amazing. Now I'm kind of wondering if there are other pieces of that broken cream jug around here. Hello! I can see my own shadow. Okay, I'll try and change that. So let's see. So I'm gonna have a look. What's that? There's a lovely shell. Shall we use shells today? I don't know. I think maybe I'm gonna use a couple of pieces of driftwood, so I can find a small piece of driftwood. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, it's always good to come out with almost like a kind of shopping list when you go to the beach. You can either look for beach finds like these limpet shells or mussel shells. This one isn't particularly blue, but sometimes we find like a small piece, and it always looks like blue sea glass. I'm gonna go and see what Craig's been up to.
So we might have a wee bit better luck over here. I'm not quite sure how well Nicole did over on at the mouth over there. Seeing quite a few things here, and I didn't see a great deal over there. Now this I thought was a wishing stone, but you can see that's just a wee bit of a algae, or I don't know what it is, something like that I guess. Lots of shells over here. More dead crabs. Seems to be a day for dead crabs. Now there's a distinctive looking piece of glass. I think we all know what that is, or we should know by now. We've heard Nicole describe this often enough. This bit here. Now I could be wrong. Oh, actually I think I am. I think I'm wrong. What is that? That's an interesting shape. There's a big bevel here. I thought this was the crease in a cod bottle, but it doesn't look like it is, and I'm not 100% sure what it could be. There's some really nice chunky bits of glass here. It's got a curve on it. I'm not sure what that is. That's not so well frosted as the other pieces. I'll maybe take these along just now. Not quite sure what Nicole's going to be doing this week. She was saying that she wanted to make some art, but I'm not quite sure what it could be. Look at that, big peachy bit. That's huge though. Don't know what we could do with that. Well, for the minute we shall take it along. It's really thick, really thick piece of glass, and really well frosted as well. Now that, I think it's safe to say, is the bottom of a sauce bottle. Now we find these sauce bottles out in the dump often enough. They'd be what became HP sauce or Daddy's sauce. I think they're actually different brands, HP and Daddy's, aren't they? Anyway, don't think we'll take that piece. Not super nice. But what I have seen is just on the other side of this mucky looking wee rock there is there's a really nice thick what looks like the bottom of a cod bottle. So I'll grab that up and see if there's anything else down there as well. So it's this piece. Actually, do you know what? I don't think I'm going to grab that bit up after all. It's a wee bit mucky, and I don't think we can make anything out of that. I don't think there's a great deal of use for a piece like that. But, as chance would have it, there's a wee bottleneck there as well, and it's a very nice one. Very pretty wee bottleneck. It's got a nice wee lip there, and it's super nice frosted as well. So I've got to have that. Now it does seem to be that I'm in a wee bit of a butter zone here, because just off to the side of that stuff, there's this. Now that to me looks like it's the lip of a jar of some kind. Not sure what kind, but we'll take that along as well. It's quite nicely frosted. Now you can see there's a distinction here between these seafoam colours. I would say this was seafoam and this is seafoam, but this one is so much bluer than the one on the right. But they're both really nice wee pieces. So I'm going to take that, we'll leave that though. Now, as is often the case, you move down into a useful position to look for things and stuff just starts jumping out at you. Can you see it? There's actually two pieces there, two wee pieces of pottery. Now one of them has a really nice, very aged looking transferware print. Can you see that? I hope so. I hope you can now make out the pattern that's on there. I'm not sure what it is myself. Oh, that's quite cute. This one just has a blue line. Very simple by contrast to this piece here. But they're both really nice. And the wee pieces of pottery. Now, if Nicole is planning to do the kind of thing that she showed me some pictures of, then these might be just the thing to help her along with that. So, we'll have both of them. Ooh, dropping them. Now, can you see it? Oh, standing in the water. That's quite cool. I don't think we've ever found one of these before. We've found bonnet badges for cars. We've found all sorts of things, but I don't think we've ever found a reflector. But we have found a bike. We found a whole bike before. That's got a big rusty bit of metal on it, which is not so nice. But the wee reflector, I wonder, what can we do with a reflector? Who knows? Oh, it's got gunky stuff on it. Anyway, we'll take that now that I've given my hands a wee wipe. It was probably quite a manky area of the foreshore. So, now I think I glanced a really cool piece of milk glass somewhere around here, and I cannot for the life of me see it. I don't know what I thought there. I thought there was a wee vulcanite stopper in there, but there isn't. Now, whilst I'm reminded of things like vulcanite stoppers, we are on a constant search for wishing stones just now, and that's because Nicole has big plans that we'll hear about towards Christmas time. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to have to give up on that piece of milk glass. Don't think I'm going to find it, and maybe go check it and see how Nicole's been doing. So that's interesting. Oh, I'm guessing this must have been part of an inkwell, maybe. The reason I say that isn't just because it's a very narrow, so I hope you can see that. That would have been a bottle, and it's not, I mean, the circumference of that bottle could not have been very large, but then when we look over here we can see that that's the top of the bottle as well. So it's far too short to be a ginger beer bottle, although it's perhaps not too narrow for a ginger beer bottle. We've seen some very narrow ones. I'm gonna have that. It's a nice wee find. This, just a bit of shell. Now, I'll leave that. trying desperately to hold on to all my finds for a minute. Now that is the last wee piece I'm going to grab here, and then I'll get along to see how Nicole's doing. You see it? Now what is it? Is it a bottle bottom or is it a neck? I think, oh, what do I think? Do you know what I think? I don't know. Not entirely sure what that is. That looks like it could be a bottom, but then what's this wee curve here? Could this be our mystery object of the day? Okay, I'm gonna pop over and see how Nicole's doing. See you over there. So I've got a few finds to show you. How have you been getting on?
Well, I'm just examining this stone, hoping it was going to be a wishing stone, but it's not, so I'm going to leave that one here.
Okay, I've got a couple of things for you. I'm about to drop one of them though. Whoa,
okay.
There we go. Now,
oh, something fell.
Yeah, one of my best finds, so let me just grab that back up. It's this bottleneck. Probably one of the nicer things I think I've found. Pop that there.
Oh,
now,
right.
What do you think?
Well, that's
Anything
really
worth
cool.
What do you think?
Well, yeah, I think sometimes finds can look a little bit, you know, like you want to leave them at the beach, but once they're cleaned, like this piece of pottery, I think that's going to be really stunning if we get that really nice and cleaned. So we're definitely going to take that one. I'm also going to take this lovely bottleneck that you've put here.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice and frosted. This little bottle there, it looks like it might have held blacking. It's going to be yeah, it would have been a really tiny bottle, right? With
so sorry, just to say that, is it this piece of pottery that you were speaking about earlier, the one with the nice transfer wear pattern?
Yeah, I think that looks really, really nice, and it almost looks like it's got a wing right at the top. I don't know if it's, I think it's the blue willow pattern, but I don't think that's where the birds are. So I think we're going to leave the larger pieces of glass here, but I am going to take a couple of the smaller pieces for my art project for this week, and definitely the pieces of pottery. And oh, you found a reflector. I think we'll just take that off the beach and put it in the recycling.
Yeah, it's that nice big rusty bit of metal we want away from the beach, and obviously the plastic as well. I was wondering if there was anything cool that we might do with that, but I expect not.
I think it's quite big, yeah.
Right on the water's edge, it's a very rare wee piece of purple spongeware. I think it's spongeware. Well, the water's pretty much close at our heels here, and there's another wee bottleneck. Oh no, it's no bottleneck. It might be a bottleneck. In fact, you know what it is? It is. I can see the lip there. It's got a wee bit sharp edges, and Nicole's getting wet, so we're going to be moving a wee bit more swift. Or a wee bit more swift, a wee bit swifter, or more swiftly perhaps. Now there's a couple of things here, just pieces of glass that we're going to basically leave because they're not worth the amount of time we have left in this area. Now, now you see that, right?
Yeah.
But
now,
what is it?
Well, it could either be, it could be one or two things. It could be a swing top stopper, or it could be a little palette for watercolours.
Well, let's get a move on because we're going to get wet if we don't. Oh, that's really cute.
Oh, it is. I found one like this in a field a couple of years ago, so I knew what kind of thing it could be, and I've seen other people find it on Instagram. Now that is really amazing.
So you can see it has a wee concave bit there where you would have mixed your watercolour. So this was part of maybe a set of watercolour paints and whatnot. We should grab that though. We can have a closer look at it in just a second.
That's amazing.
But the water's coming in fast at our heels. It really is coming in fast. I think Nicole didn't quite believe me at first. So she's getting wet feet. Now, there's a couple of things here. Now, there's some obvious stuff right in front of us, but there's also something over there that looks red, so we're going to have a look at that first. Do you know what, I just think that's an agate, or it's not even that, it's a bit of a shell. Okay, we have literally water's coming in at our heels, so can we just swoop this up and then we'll take it away somewhere drier and we'll have a close look at it.
This piece here, I'm going to take, and this piece as well. Okay.
Now, there's a wee bottle bottom there as well. Kate's now getting wet feet because Nicole didn't believe him.
Oh, look.
Oh, we can see that. We'll take a closer look at it in just a second. Now, there's a big bit of cod bottle here, and there's a couple of pieces directly in front. Let's just grab them up, please. You can see the water is right in on top of us. So, we're out of here.
Now I've got a few finds in my hand that we just quickly had to grab up because the water is coming in right behind us. So, I think we should take a closer look at what I've just picked up.
Okay, so that's what I just picked up, and that wee shell as well. It's all broken up though, so it's not in the best state of repair. But maybe you can talk us through these couple of wee things that we've just found.
Okay, so well, you found this piece here, which looks like it could have been a cod bottle or from a soda bottle.
It's not super nice, is it, really?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a little bit compromised here at the edge there. Then we found this bluish bit there that looks like the bottom of a bottle, maybe.
It's most certainly a bottom.
And then we found this piece here, which looks exactly like the other piece that you found. So they might have been from the same bottle. The other piece is now underwater at the other edge of the beach. But what I'm really excited about is this piece here. Now, you may have just seen me pick it up towards the other side. It was this bit, and that's where I thought, oh, there's something on it. So we picked it up, and it's got a really amazing tiny dainty pattern, and it's purple, and I think purple is probably one of the rarest colours of pottery. Then I snatched this piece. Now you can see the half of the glaze is broken there, so that might find its way into the artwork because I think it's probably very ideal for that. Then this piece here, now it looks like blue, but it's actually flash glass, so it's got a layer of blue on top of clear glass.
Now I'm trying to get low so you can see that. I can just see the edge here, that there's a clear piece of glass. I'm not sure if you're able to see that on camera. I think you can. Kind of looks like you can. If I can, you can.
So I think there might be two candidates for a pendant. Maybe this one, and this one's going into our artwork piece. And now, what is that one? Have you got any idea?
I couldn't see what you were pointing at.
Oh, this piece here.
Yeah, that's a rim.
Oh,
it's a rim. It has a lovely wee cleft here. And it's the rim of a jar of some kind, I suspect.
Oh.
It looks like that. That looks like the lip of a jar. Really smooth edge there, and a really nice pronounced wee cleft there.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? That's the kind of thing you get a bit of string around that. If that was a jam pot, maybe. Now I'm inventing this at the minute, but it could have been a jam pot. And then you put a wee bit of cloth. Well, what you do is first you pour a bit of wax in to the top of the jam to seal it from the air, and then you put your wee bit of cloth over the top of that, and you tie it with a wee bit of string. So it could have been that. I mean, that would have been the kind of design that you'd used.
Yeah.
Could have been anything.
Kind of like this bit here from the jam jar that you found.
Yeah, let's have this stuff then, and we'll get on. We're going to have to make our way up the beach now because we're being chased by the tide, and we really don't have very long left here. Okay, so if you're in the area and you fancy a wee swim, or you've maybe got a wee boat or something, pop along and grab these bits. We're leaving them here.
Now the tide is coming in, and it's coming in behind us, but hello. I think there's a really cool chunk of what looks like maybe milk glass just here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's really cool. It's the bottom of a jar, and what I find really fascinating is that you can see just how thick these jars were. Probably got very little of cream in it. Looking at it. Oh, that reminds me, I've also put a lot of milk glass jars that we found in the bottle dam on our Etsy shop. Now I'm going to leave that one here. Actually no, I'm taking that because I need it for a project for much later on in the year. Now I've just also almost stood on this piece of pottery here. That's really nice. Let's have a look at that. Okay, there's nothing on this side. It's got a tiny wee kind of curve here, and then it's got a lovely blue transferware pattern. It almost looks like it's a shield with some flowers. Right, so let's see, there's a bit of pottery there. It's a lot of pottery today, but I found a few other pieces, and the other pieces are in a short, so do check out our shorts. There's usually some extra pieces that I filmed. Now that one is yet another piece of Grecian pattern. I wonder if that's all from the same plate. Imagine you had a plate and you broke it. You probably have, I don't know, 100 or more pieces. So technically, if we find 3 pieces in one day, then there's another 97 pieces of the same plate somewhere here on this beach. Oh, now I'm gonna have to stop telling you what the sea salt's, because this is a really stunning piece. Look, it's from the blue willow pattern, and it's got the fence on it. Oh, that's really stunning. Let's see, I'm gonna hold that there. Is it still in focus? That's really amazing. I think that's probably my second favourite find of the day. First favourite find, that's the little paint pot dish. Probably about time that we said goodbye to NVB, because the tides are coming in.
But now I found this as well. Now this may be more interesting to you. Now you can tell me what you think that is. Is that actually jadeite glass?
Well, it's
or is it plastic?
Yeah, it's definitely glass, and it has the jadeite colour. I'm not sure if it'll glow under UV light, if it's got uranium in it. It could, but I'm not sure. It looks like it's got a couple of layers really. That's interesting. So that's a cool find.
Okay,
let's
cool.
Put it for
Let's pop that down beside the rest of the finds. Now that's cool, you found a bead.
Yeah, I did. It's a plastic bead.
You did a lot better than I did. That didn't matter. Plastic's okay. It's still good off the beach, and it's a bead.
Yeah.
Bead's a bead.
Yeah. And if you look closely, it looks like we found a little rainbow actually. We found red. I found that tiny piece of turquoise. You found that really lovely piece of purple spongeware. That's really nice. And then we found a couple of pieces of milk glass. I found 3 pieces of the Grecian pattern, and one of my favourite pieces is probably that blue piece of the blue willow pattern with the fence on it.
So I thought you were talking about this piece up here as well. You can see that really is. That's a magical find. That it's not a golf ball, but you know what? I think it deserves it anyway.
Yeah.
It's a find of the day. Okay, dokes.
So I think we've done really well, and that one, the little paint dish, that is my favourite find.
Yeah, that's a very cool wee thing. Yeah. It's really cool just to think that back in the day somebody would have been mixing up their watercolours and that, they would have been dipping their wee brush in, they would have been doing some arty things.
Yeah.
And it's still there, you know, you could still use that. That's the magical thing about these things as well.
I was just thinking that. They meant next time I do an art project, maybe with watercolour, I might use that.
How the Victorians did art. Okay, let's swoop it all up then, and we'll get on our way.
But we made some cracking finds today, and who knows, maybe one of these pieces is going to become a piece for our monthly giveaway on Ko-fi. If you want to take part, just check the link in the description. Now it only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. An extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel through Etsy and through your Ko-fi donations. That makes a massive difference and it keeps the lights on. See you next week.